Everything we do at Volac starts with the consumer. We think it's really important to understand what their wants and needs are from this category. So we've actually invested a lot of time understanding the consumers, what their attitudes to protein is, attitudes to diet, exercise. And what we've discovered is actually we still have your traditional performance consumer, so your bodybuilder in the gym, and he won't go away, but actually there's an emerging consumer now called the active consumer target, and their real difference between these two is taste. So what these guys are looking for is high protein, tasty, everyday food. So rather than just having a powder shake in the gym, they actually want to find their protein in things like ice cream or cookies or bread, foods that they can access naturally in supermarkets rather than going to these sort of darker websites in their minds. That's the real insight for these guys is taste. The active consumer tends to be sort of 50-50 male-female actually, which is again very different to the performance consumers as you'd expect. Bodybuilders do tend to be male. There are more females entering into that sort of segment. But the active consumer, very 50-50 male-female. They tend to be slightly older as well, so it's a lot about proactive health. They may have seen their parents ageing not as healthily as they'd like to, so they are preventative. They tend to be 40 plus, bullseye, much more holistic approach to sort of diet and lifestyle, so it's not quite as hardcore as being in the gym every single day. But what these people will be doing is park runs, cycling to work, going to gym classes sort of 2 or 3 times a week. So although they are very active, it's a much more holistic approach to their whole diet and lifestyle. So slightly older, but 50-50 male-female.
Volac has been developed over the past year. It followed an awful lot of both customer and consumer research, which showed that there was a massive gap in the market for protein-enriched foods. Not only that, but protein-enriched foods that actually tasted amazing. Protein's been traditionally quite difficult to work into everyday products, especially something like whey protein. So we worked backwards from there and have developed a new whey protein concentrate, which can be easily added into a range of everyday foods. Volac is a really exciting ingredient for our customers. It's a really versatile ingredient that can be used in both finished product that can go on shelf, but also in home-baked kits that the consumer can take home. What we have found is that existing recipes don't take an awful lot of reformulation to be able to work in Volac so that you have a protein-enriched product.